Go. I got Amanda here from Gardenia. I'll let Amanda tell you guys who she is and what she does.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Amanda Zylstra, and I'm the owner of Gardenia Salon and Spa here in Woodstock. We are on a little bit of a standstill right now, as is everyone else. Well,
that's the gist. And so you run the salon.
That's the gist. So I run the salon. I own the salon. However, I've got 5 other girls that I find are just as important as myself. I actually get a little bit self-conscious when I have to say that I'm the owner, because I really do feel that we're like a team effort there. So yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the best ways of thinking about it is almost you work for them, in a sense, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And what types of services? I think obviously your customers and clients will know, but I know is that you get your haircut there.
We are a full service hair salon, so anything to do with hair. We are actually going to be getting into doing extensions. However, that again is on hold until the course is ready to start up again. So we do all hair, and we do aesthetics as well. So we do manicures, pedicures, waxing, facials, eyelash extensions, massages. However, we're not registered. So if people are or do have coverage for massages, I usually recommend that they go see a registered massage therapist. Yeah.
Makes sense. What are your thoughts? I've seen a lot of guys shaving their heads because it's been a few weeks. I was lucky because I got my hair cut, like, I think it was
just before.
It was just before, and it's even starting to get out of whatever. I don't even know. I just tell Brianne to do whatever she does, but it's even getting long, and I can imagine some people that were due up for a cut or a color or getting a little bit.
I think people's main concerns is their color right now, and that just for a woman having grays coming in sometimes is not the most ideal situation, but
this is what it is. We're gonna have to get used to it.
It is what it is. I actually just posted a little video, I think it was last week, and I'm seeing so many memes of people saying, wait for your stylist and don't cut your bangs. And I feel like we have no idea how long this is going to go on for. And I know people are going to do it. They're going to do it, and that's okay. And we will, we'll be there to help them out and either fix it up or when it's time. Yeah.
It's almost it's almost getting into a do-it-yourself category for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
So speaking of the times, what are you guys are fully shut down right now?
Fully shut down. Yeah.
Anything is there any pre-product order, anything like that people can do at the moment?
So we can definitely keep people's products in their hands. I've just been taking, messages for orders, like on Facebook and our Instagram and whatnot. So we can take orders for that. We can get them to you safely. We can do either a drop off on your porch, or we can, what we did the other day was we just had people come to the salon and we set their packages outside the door. So we didn't even come in contact with anyone. So that's basically what our business is right now, is keeping your skincare products and keeping your hair care products in your hands. And because we can't do services. So that's what it is.
Yeah. Makes sense. What was it like for you? I know what it was like for me, having to basically taper right down and no meetings and just talking to people. I know what it was like for my wife Megan, which was a tough day for her to close up her doors. What was that like for you?
I think it was pretty hard, but I think honestly I went into autopilot, and I felt for my staff, because they're like, I've had to lay them off. I can't employ them. I can't pay them. So I went into autopilot for that. It is what it is. It sounds funny, but I feel like I'm taking a little bit of comfort in knowing that I'm not the only one that this is happening to. So, yeah, I had a little bit of a breakdown, but it either hasn't hit me yet or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just,
I think that the only nice thing I think we all can lean back on is it is temporary.
yeah,
We don't know how temporary, like we don't know the
yeah,
extent of the length of it, but I think that everybody kind of understands, especially once it really came out and the government really said, okay, no, shut it down. I think it
yeah,
became a little easier to say, you know what, we're doing the right thing. So
yeah,
regardless of how it makes us feel today, we're doing the right thing, and
yeah,
hopefully it's just, 0.1% of our lives, and
yeah,
it's done and over with, and we're all healthy.
yeah, yeah. It's happening to everyone. So, I mean, we just have
Much
to
needed.
kind of take it as it comes. It's like a learning curve. So, but I mean, I have been trying to look at the positive. Like, we've had fantastic weather, we've been getting
Mhm.
outside, you're spending more time with your family, which we never get to spend this much time with our family, right? um
We always just
and you're
complain
just
about
kind of
not having enough time.
slowing down. Yeah,
Yeah. No, I think there's tons and tons and tons of that was part of the thing I talked about with Ryan yesterday, was there's a lot of positives to it. He was
yeah,
talking about how he's learning, and they're doing some stuff differently to get their products and stuff online so that people
yeah,
can see and view and research and talk to them, without actually having to come in. And these were all things that he
yeah,
said, you know what, we wanted to do this stuff anyway. We just didn't have the time. And just
yeah,
like, for me, I can't speak for everybody. I know that I've been trying to do a bunch of stuff at the house. Definitely
yeah,
spent more time with the family than before, and so we
yeah,
can't complain about all of it.
yeah. No, and we're getting to do the things that we keep saying I'll do later, I'll do later. Well, we have the time now, so you
Exactly.
have to look at the positive, right? Because if you sit there and dwell on it, I'm sure it can get pretty dark pretty quick. So,
It just doesn't help. So
yeah,
there's almost
no,
no point in doing it.
no,
So moving away from that, because we've heard, I think we've all kind of heard enough about coronavirus and everything.
yep.
But I'd like to hear, part of what I'm doing here is I'd like to hear kind of the background story of, not just what you do, but why you do it and how you got started in it. So I'd love to know, how long have you been in this business, and when did you get started?
So I actually graduated in 2003. um, from aesthetic school. So I went to a private school so then I could kind of fast track. I got into the business basically for skincare.
Mhm.
I kind of grew up with funny skin, so I just was always trying something different, trying something new. So that was my passion. And then when I went to school, I just kind of fell in love with um, everything else, doing all the services. And um, I love hearing people's stories. I love, I don't know, I love everything about my job. And once I tire of it, then I'll kind of move on to something different. But um, yeah, I haven't tired of it thus far. So
Very nice. And so was it straight into your own business when you came out of school, or did
no,
you?
no, I actually worked for a spa in Mount Pleasant, Skate Spa. So I was there for about 7 years. I was perfectly happy. I was, working for somebody else and doing my thing and going home at the end of the day. And um, one one day I had a client in my chair, and she, just through conversation, she heard that I lived in Woodstock, and she was looking for somebody to um, run a salon and spa on the side of Oxford Gardens. So, I said, thank you, but no, thank you. And then she was in a year later, pretty much a year later. she had offered me the space again. So this time it kind of, piqued my interest. So I said, it's not going to cost me any money just to go and look at it. So I went and looked at the space, and it was more of a hair salon. So at the time, my cousin Sarah, she's also a hairstylist. We were very close. So I had said, do you want to do it? And she was like, okay. So that was we looked at the space in July of 2009, and we were open in September of 2009. So, yeah, that's how we got started. I had never wanted to run my own business. Didn't know the first thing about running your own business. So it was all of like a learning curve. But yeah, so that's how we became Gardenia. So now my cousin, actually, she had decided to be a stay-at-home mom. She's got 3 boys. So she left the business fairly early. I want to say 2 or 3 years in. And then I've just been kind of running it on my own since then.
Nice. And I know you said you didn't ever want to kind of run your own business initially, or it was never a part of your thought. How have you found it? How do you like that part of it now?
I like it. I do love it. I mean, I get to make all the decisions, and my staff and my girls, I value their opinion, and we kind of work together as a team that way if we want to bring something new in. The only thing I don't like it, and I'm sure you're the same way, is your mind is never off your business. Your mind is always on your business. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that sometimes I wish I could take a little bit of a break from, but I think that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I think there's definitely times where you're just not able to be fully off. I know even if this, for you and for me, it's a little different, but even for you when the stores close, you're still worried about next week. You're still worried about, lots of things that come into play with it, and just the full scope of things, right? People see this much of what it is that you're doing and whatnot, and then the back end side of stuff when it comes to, whether it's ordering or, accounting or marketing, and it's all, I enjoy it. I really do. I enjoy the business side of things quite a bit, but it is a lot, and it doesn't turn off.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. And I use my, we're closed on Mondays, so I use my Mondays for books or ordering or, inventory. Sometimes I use Sundays for cleaning, and like, it's always, but it's a labor of love, right? Like like I said, I still love it. So, just keep trucking, right?
Absolutely. No, it makes sense for sure. We kind of already got through your favorite parts of the job. Any good stories along the way?
We have I don't know. We kind of have stories. We have a new story every single day. I think, I don't know what I could say for stories.
Or is it kind of your client's story is the story of the day sometimes?
Yeah. I always say my favorite part of my day is when, the girls have got guests sitting in their chair, and we're all having like one big conversation. It's not just like a whole bunch of little ones, and it's like the most touching. It's the nicest, like just kind of connecting with clients like that. That's my favorite part.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would never, see, I don't ever get that big group setting. Like for me, it's always, it's a couple or whatever, right? Sometimes a family with parents are there or whatever, but you don't get the full, say, 10 people kind of conversation like you're talking about. But that's usually my favorite part is, you're driving, for me, I'm driving people here and there, you're talking about stuff, and it's not about, you're not even talking about the thing you're doing. You're not talking about hair that much. You're not talking about the house. You're usually talking about some random thing, whether it's something, normally it's not political, but sports, whatever, right? Something in the news. And
Yeah.
I love hearing about
People's
that
children
stuff.
or their loved ones, or like an illness that they're going through. Like it really does teach you, I don't know. It's just nice. Just connecting with clients is really nice. Yeah.
No, makes sense to me.
Mhm.
Any big plans for the salon, or I know aside from getting into hair extensions?
Um, nothing just yet. Um, yeah, I would say nothing just yet.
Just business as usual for a little bit. After this,
Yeah,
especially.
business as usual. Yeah, yeah. It'll be like the biggest treat in the world to get back as business as usual. So
It'll be so interesting just to go out in public again and just go
yeah.
talk to somebody.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's
I haven't left my house in a week. I haven't even gotten in my car. I haven't gone anywhere in a week. I had groceries brought in. My husband came home he was away. He works in Nunavut for the winter, like off and on. So this was his last run out. So we thought it would be a good idea to kind of just be precautionary, and
yep,
kind of
as they
isolate a
say.
little bit. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. And
Yeah.
we are lucky. We live in a world that you can do it.
Yeah.
You can get people to bring your groceries, and communicating with people isn't that hard anymore. Obviously, we still are able to do that from the comfort of our homes. So I just got a couple more. I have a couple questions for you. These are obviously just fun things. I'm going to start asking kind of everybody this, and we'll see where it goes. So the first one I
Okay.
have is, what's your favorite band or singer?
So right now, my all-time go-to, like for any mood, would be City and Color. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they're
that's my
what's your favorite
go-to.
song?
Never, oh,
They have a
I
lot
think
of
the
good
Save Your
ones.
Scissors. Yeah, Save Your
Yeah,
Scissors. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that's my
yeah.
favorite. Yeah, never
Oh,
get
they're
sick of
so
it,
good.
ever.
You
Yeah,
can't get sick of City and Color. They're
no,
way too good.
no.
They're way too
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
TV show,
The
all
Office.
time, The Office.
The Office.
Hilarious.
Yes, we have been watching like nonstop episodes, and um, it's so simple, but I die laughing every time. And I know it off by heart, and I know the sayings are going to come out, but I still die laughing. Yeah.
That's pretty much right now what we'll throw on if we want something, in the background, or, we've seen
Yeah,
it like
just something light to laugh at.
you talk about stories out of nothing. That's a show of
Oh
stories out
yeah.
of nothing.
It's the
We
best.
actually watched that Jack Ryan show with
Oh,
what's his name? Jim,
Jim.
but doesn't matter. With Jim.
What's his actual name? I
Um
forget. Oh, Krasinski. John
yeah,
Krasinski.
John,
Is that
yeah.
how you say it? Yeah.
Krasinski, yeah. Anyway,
Krasinski, yeah.
we were watching that and going back and forth, and
Yeah.
Megan keeps going, it's so weird. It's so weird going back and forth, because he goes from being this skinny,
Yeah.
Jim, to CIA.
Yeah. My husband
Not even close.
watched Jack, like he binge watched it the one time he was
Yeah.
home. And my husband has a problem that like when he gets into a show, we will watch like the first show together, and then if I need to go and do something else, he just like continues. So that's his
I've done
thing.
that. I've done that before. So is
Yeah.
Megan, though.
He
We've
doesn't
both
wait
done
for
that to
me.
each other.
Yeah.
How mad do you even get mad anymore, or you just accept it?
I just accept it. He's watching Ozarks right now, and I watched the first season, but he did that with the second season, so I have no idea what's happening. And then he's like, "Well, I'm just going to watch the third season." I'm like, "You can put it on, but I'm going to ask questions like the entire time."
But you're gonna know who's alive and stuff, like.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
You
know.
got it. You have time now. You should watch season 2. That's a good show.
I know, but sometimes if I put the TV on, I will fall asleep. Like if I just sit down, sometimes I doze off. So
That's
I don't
okay
know. Yeah.
too. What about movies?
Favorite movie?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite movie. My go-to to like click on like Netflix. I don't really watch a lot of movies. It's like Sex and the City, but that's not a good answer.
Why is there
I
a
don't
good
know if I have
answer to this
one.
question?
No,
How do you
I
think
don't
that
know.
usually like comedy or what? If you're gonna throw
Um,
something on.
Probably comedy I will put on, like, um, unless I'm really interested in a preview or something that I see, but I don't know. Yeah, I do have tendencies of falling asleep when I watch TV, so
Hey, that's all right
I-
though.
yeah.
Um, are you in any sports?
No,
No.
no,
No,
I'm
that's
not a
fine.
sports girl, but
No, okay.
I do work out, so I'm more of like a single. I get my physical activity like
Right,
through workouts or running or walking or
right. So right now
definitely.
right now it's running
Yeah, but I
or
actually
whatever.
started the Lift 4 on the Beachbody.
Okay.
So I started that program. I'm doing tons of walking with my dog. I have an elliptical and a Max trainer at home, so I go
Yeah.
on those a lot. But yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Very nice. My last question, what's your favorite thing about the city of Woodstock?
I think the support that people give one another and to like businesses to give to other businesses. I've really noticed that um, a lot lately,
Hmm.
actually.
Yeah, just that kind of
Just
sticking
people
together.
cheering people on
Yeah.
and genuinely meaning it.
Yeah, I think
So
there's almost that like, especially especially like I don't want to say that a franchise isn't local. Obviously they are,
yeah,
they have local ownership, but
yeah,
especially the locally grown, I find that
yeah.
there's this, yeah, obviously there's competing businesses in some ways, but I've never felt that it's really a
You
tear me
know,
down.
I've kind of like just like salons, like there's a lot of different salons in Woodstock, and never once have I ever felt like I've been in competition. I feel like we all have something to offer our clients and our guests that it's never really felt like a competition, or I've never felt like, oh, they're doing this or I should be doing this, and um which that I love. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is definitely something that I've noticed, especially lately. You see people just trying to help,
Yeah.
um, and you cheer for everybody that's local. And I
Yeah.
know there's a lot of reasons, there's a lot of
Yeah.
things that you can do, that you can just jump on the highway and go somewhere else. But I don't
Yeah.
feel like anybody likes seeing that happen. I don't think anybody really
Oh.
likes doing that.
And I didn't really realize these are things that you don't think of when, I you're younger, and but when you have a business, um, you realize how important it is to support other businesses. Like, um, that's your bread and butter are your clients. So
Yeah.
um, it's just important, and it just keeps the community, like it gives the community things to do and different places to shop. And people will always have to go to Walmart for this or that, or Home Depot for this or that, but
Hmm.
um, I think it's important we have different things to offer.
For sure. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I completely agree. And like we alluded to, we were talking about this with Jerry yesterday, and he said, it's it's the people the soccer teams turn to, and
Yeah.
the hockey teams, and the whatever, right? And it's usually not the the big companies that are
Yeah.
not local that are providing funding for that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and then the other side of it is a lot of the people that put their time in. Forget about money. It's how many
Yeah.
business owners put time into some of these programs and helping people out. That deserves a lot of recognition too. I think it's almost, in a lot of ways, it's pretty easy to write a check. It's a
Yeah.
lot harder to say, yeah, well, here's my time, um,
Hmm.
in supporting something. So, and I think that's what a lot of the locals really do well as well.
Yeah.
So that's all I have. I wanted to thank you for coming on, and obviously hope you guys are all healthy at the house, and I hope that when this is all over, everybody can get back in, and business can jump off pretty good. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be in need of some hair.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that we'll be definitely, have a little bit of a rush when we're able to get back and open. But in the meantime, I'm hoping that everyone's staying healthy and, being responsible about, staying home as much as they can. So
yeah, for sure. No, and try to enjoy, and hopefully everybody's enjoying their time. I know it does suck, but at the same time, there's a lot of good things about it too.
Yeah, you have to. You have no other choice, right? So just be able to stop and enjoy for a bit. So for sure. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You're welcome. Take care.
You too. See you later.